Hello, welcome to another Blueprints playthrough, part 22. In the last stream, I figured out how to drain that entire pool and started to read some notes. I'm going to need a lot of keys to open up all the boxes and read all the notes and make all the determinations of things. And I really need to rewrite my notes here. I mean, I'm like to write down the treasure trove notes, which I'm also considering to be these notes. I'm already ran out of space on that page. I'm going to have to go on another page. Oh, life is tough. I just need to sit there for an hour and just transcribe all my notes. I've also been taking a lot of pictures of the things in the game rather than trying to sketch them out. My wife, actually, I showed her the 4 pictures. I sent them to her of the gallery. And she had a couple of ideas, but I haven't had the room show up yet to make again. So, hey Patrick, never played this game or heard great things. Is it going to be a massive spoiler for me? At this point, it might be. If you've never played the game, unfortunately, yeah, I haven't made as much progress as other people have in this game, but I've made a decent amount. I mean, this is part 22. I'm on day, 60? Is that what I'm on? 66. And there's definitely things I've uncovered that if you've never played this, you're going to see it. So if you want to stick around, that's up to you. I totally understand, though, if you don't want spoilers. Hey, I got an allowance. Hey, there's this thing. It just is what it is. So, but I would highly encourage you to play the game. It is a lot. It's a slow burn. Stick with it. Things start making more sense. And it is definitely a puzzle. There are some things that really threw me off. A couple things I'm like, that was almost too cute as a puzzle. So, but it's good. It's a good game. I'm still willing to put more time into it and do more stuff with it. Okay, I'll take the chance. All right. Okay, Parlor. Let's see Parlor. I want more gems. Like in the beginning of the game, if you come out here and you look around, now this is, I could throw money in there, but I already know you can drain it. That's closed. I opened that up, so. But there's other things I haven't done that I don't know what they are, but I know, oh, I haven't done this or what's that, and I know other people know what they are, so, it just happens. All right, do I want the trading post or I want the tool shed? Special floor plans now cost additional instead of gems. Trading posts? At some point, we're going to figure out how to make fire, and then I'll be able to blow that dynamite up or something. I don't know. We'll just do tool shed. That's fine. What are we? Oh, a shovel. I always like shovels. And then good old gear. All right. As always on Thursday night, I should set. Jeez, I can't talk. Should set my alarm just as a reminder because I do have self-defense tonight, so I want to make sure I don't forget that. 6, make it 20. All right, cool. Then my wife might come in later for dinner, giving me some good old Culver's if we get that tonight, which is not healthy food, but I need food because I do an hour-long adult class and then I do a 30-minute lesson after, and it can get pretty tiring. It can actually get very tiring. So I need the calories. All right, time to do some special math here. Okay, so that's 10 reverse 1 times 20 is 20. Well, if it was 13 plus 1 is 14, reverse would be 41, minus 20 would be 21. That wouldn't work. If it was 13 reverse, 31 plus 1, 32 reverse would be 23, then it would be 3. Okay. A reverse would be 8, plus 7 is 15, reverse would be 51, plus 10 is 61, reverse to 16. There we go. Nice, key card. We can go up through foundation if we need to. Okay. And we did another pool hall, so we're one closer to getting that trophy, which is nice. We're not drafted 2 bedrooms, so let's do corridor. We'll come back to that. Oh, wait, Patrick, if you're still around, if you want to ask questions, go right ahead. I'll try to leave them spoiler free, but some of it, just by the question you ask, it might give away a spoiler. So it's funny. I've gotten far in the game. I really don't, like, I've asked this before from other people who played it or know like how the game works, how far along I am. And a while ago I asked and I got like 20-30%. I think at this point, I don't know, 40, maybe 50. I know it's a big game. I know there's a lot you can do. Ooh, aquarium. That usually has a dirt pile. And if I do commissary, that's, well, no, we still have courtyard. So let's do aquarium. Could have redrawn 4 plans. Don't worry about spoiling. Okay. I like a game like this that I have not played. Like I've already decided, as is tradition, I think the last 2 years, I'm going to take off this next, not tomorrow, but the next Friday, because that weekend, Sunday, is 426, LV 426. That's Alien Day. So I'm going to do another run of Alien Isolation because I love that game. It's probably one of my favorite ones. And that one, people can watch me play it and, you know, say anything they want about it. That's totally fine. This one, like I'll say to people, don't spoil anything. Like when I played Batman and Tomb Raider, I had played those games. You could say stuff. This one, I'm still like, you know, don't be even careful about giving hints. Okay, so as tradition that I've been doing with this room, let us reason. Why I do that, you may ask? Well, it's because these have 3 Booleans or logic statements on it, and you got to figure where the gems are. I'm a bit confused about the gameplay. Well, basically, you're like the grandnephew or something like that of this guy who has this big mansion, and your goal that you think you're supposed to do, you see that antechamber at the top? You're supposed to get to room 46. So this is a 5x9 square. And so every day you lay out rooms. And rooms have special abilities or apparently none at all. And the goal is to figure out how to open the doors to the antechamber so you can get to room 46. But that's just the start. Then the game really picks up. So, you know, yeah, there's a lot more to the game. And then every day, like you see on the upper right, I have day 66. Every day it resets because you can see underneath that I have steps there. That's 79. Every room you go into typically takes a step away. And so if you run out of steps, you're tired. And so you have to take a rest. And then the next day it starts all over again. Now, you may be wondering, why do I have foundation there? It's because that does not reset every day. So that's the gist of the game, is you basically are laying out blueprints. But there's a lot of play on words with this. And that's why I think the game developer, a designer, said there's no way they can translate it from English because there's a lot of play on words, alliteration, double meanings, things like that. Like the word blueprints, you know, the game is blueprint or blueprints. This is blueprint. So yes, there's like a lot of stuff like that. But that's what you just do. You just start the game. You start laying out rooms. You start figuring out what the rooms do. And you just keep playing. And don't worry if your day resets. That's going to happen. Like I'm 66. Don't think of it as a failure. Sometimes your run just abruptly ends because you can't make any more progress. All right. You call it a day and then you go off to another day. And yes, it resets. The money you lose, your steps, you start over again. But as you can see, I started out with 22 coins, which allows me to purchase stuff if I run into it. that can help, getting stuff. And yes, it resets, but I have an allowance. You can start building up an allowance as well. So lots of mechanics to the game. It's pretty fun. Then there's definitely a big lore history underlying thing going on with this game that I can't even explain. I don't even quite know what's going on yet, but there's lots of political intrigue and yeah, other things to it. But if it resets, there must be a great replay value. Yeah. Or are all puzzles the same? Well, like this one, you have to figure out where the gems are. At least one box is true, at least one box is false, and only one box has the gems. And so you have to figure out where the gems are to get 2 more gems. Or you can upgrade your room if you get that opportunity, this room, to getting 3 gems. Yeah, there's definitely great replay value in it. The game is kind of designed too that as you keep playing days, you'll start to uncover more different rooms. You'll start to uncover more things. You just have to stick with it. I did too. I had to be very patient. Only around like day 15 or 20 did things start clicking more. You have to be very observant. You have to look around. You have to go look at things and observe things. And even with me doing that, I sometimes just flat out miss stuff. It's subtly deep, if that's the right way to phrase it. So, all right, let's look at these. The gems are in the white box. A box with a false statement contains the gems. The statement on the white box is true. Okay, well, this one and this one are telling you things about gems. This one doesn't directly, and that's one thing I've always been falling on with these things, or falling back on, is which ones actually tell you more about where the gems could be. So let's say this is true. The gems are in the white box. A box with a false statement contains the gems. Well, we've hit a problem because gems are in the white box. If I say that's true, they'd be here. But then this is saying a box with a false statement contains the gems. Well, that's a contradiction. So that doesn't work. The gems are in the white box. That would be false. So they can't be in here. But they could be in here. The statement on the white box is true. If this is false, the white box, it could be one of these two. Well, then if these two are true, like the statement on the white box is true, that's true. A box with a false statement contains the gems. It could be this one. Bing bong. All right, so we figured that one out. All right, let's go this way. Nursery, closet, a nook. We get a key. And then we could get library, but... This would be 2 extra items because an aquarium is every kind of room. So let's do that. Fine, we didn't get a key. That's okay. Okay. So now we got to go back over here because the only way we can go is corridor. How do you decide on rooms? Well, each room, like you see bedroom, closet. Wait, let me get my... Bedroom, closet only has one entrance. There's nowhere else to go from there. Aquarium has 3. The corridor has 1 here. No, go, keep going, Patrick. That's totally fine. So when you come to a door or whatever it is here, what you'll see is it'll come up and it'll give you 3 options. And then you have to pick. You can't back out of it. So you have to make sure that when you come to a door that you have kind of things that you think you might need. But that's a more strategy thing. So you come up to the door. You'll say, let's do it. Now, it might say it's locked. It might have a security key card thing there. That's when I said if I go down to my right trigger, you'll notice that I can say view inventory. And so I have a key card there. If I run into a security door, I can actually get through it with the security card. If I don't have the key card, I can't get through those doors unless you power down the entire place, I think, and then all the doors would unlock. I have not figured out how to power down this entire place just yet. Anyway, so now I have a choice of 3 here. I can make a den, which gives me another gem because it'll be in there. A spare bedroom that might have something on it. Passageway, you see, it requires 2 gems, so I have to have 2 gems to even draft this. And sometimes those doors are locked. I think there's a rule about passageway that they're not locked after like row or rank 5 or something like that. Because as you go from the bottom to top, that's rank 1, 2, 3, and that matters for some rooms. You also notice I have this die, this redraw 4 plan. So I can roll it and get 3 new choices if I want it. But once I get to this point, I've got to pick something. I can't just say, no, I don't want to do it. Like you'll see, you'll get this and it'll tell you, nope, you got to pick something. So I'm going to pick den in this case. And again, it's your choice. I mean, people play this game differently and have different strategies, and maybe will favor different rooms other than other ones. But sometimes you have to play certain rooms to get certain things. But that's how you basically build your path. And you always have to be a little careful that you don't stymie yourself, that you can't keep going. Sometimes you can't avoid it, and that just happens, and that's okay. So, courtyard, nook, and pantry. I have a shovel, and a courtyard usually has some dirt piles, so we can see if there's anything there. Pebbles, nothing. We'll take that. Nothing. All right. Commissary kitchen in the ladyship's chamber. I want the master chamber, though, the master bedroom. I have not figured out how to unlock whatever she has in there. There's like a diary or something like that. I'm going to redraw. We'll do the West Wing Hall. And you see, like here, I can't go there because it's blocked by the wall that was made there. So then that just isn't available. And like you'll see sometime notes here, you really need to write stuff down or take screenshots of stuff. Just because you never know when something may catch your eye. I'll leave that there. Guest bedroom, pantry, and pantry would give me money and some extra steps because there'd be food in there. I get 10 more steps with guest bedroom. There might be something in there we could use. I'll do guest bedroom. Oh, we get the car keys. Okay, nothing else. All right. So we still got den and courtyard to do here. Garage gives us 3 keys, and we have the key. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make garage. Let's grab some keys. Nice. Let's open this up. Ooh, lockpick. Nice. And then that as well. Lockpick is nice because it sometimes lets you get away with not having to try to unlock a door, so you can save more keys that way. And based on what I did in my last stream, there's lots of things I can get notes from. So, okay. Den. That's it. Otherwise, we got to go up through foundation, but that's okay. We have the key card, so we can do that. Security. Ooh, I like security because then we can crank it up, and we can start an experiment. Okay. Let's make a now let's. What is it picked right now? It doesn't really help to... Oh, it's a commonplace. Let's keep it that way. Is this no change? Nope. All right, let's... turn that up. And unlock it. It doesn't unlock it, just... All right, let's log into the network. That was a spoiler, by the way. Knowing the password, you have to, it takes a little bit to figure that out, but... All right, let's remote into the laboratory. Let's do an experiment. Let's do that and then spread dirt on the driveway. All right. I'll forget. Fair enough. Ooh. See, I gotta pick one of these. Now the coat check is your room, and I have my master key in there. And the master key can open any door, but it's specific. There's like a room called the locker room. You can't use the master key on the locker room locks, nor can you use it where all the chests are with the pawn that I have. But it does allow you to unlock a bunch of things. And so if we do this and pick coat check, then we would have the master key. We have a decent amount of steps, and we could possibly, yeah, let's do that, because we could use 4 keys and write down. Let's do that. I think that's a good plan. Thank you. Okay, so now Patrick, you see I'm busted. There's nowhere I can go beyond row or rank 4, but I have this thing called foundation, which you find out later as you're about to see me do. You can actually go underneath the foundation of here. This is like one of the things you discover. And foundation gives you a permanent place to potentially come back up. Wait, where the hell am I going? No, that's the wrong way, and now I wasted a couple steps. Okay, so where do I want to go? I want to go down, down, and then out. Okay. All right, so we want to get underneath, so we want to go, yeah, this way. Now, since I have keys and I have the master key, I think what I'm going to do is open 4 boxes just right away with the keys I have. While I'm here, I might as well. After resting, or did I misunderstand? I misunderstand your question. My stream is on a little bit of a delay, so it's like sometimes 10 to 20 seconds before I see the... Oh, the foundation room. Yeah, so the foundation room, if I move over on that, you see it says does not reset each day. So every day when I call it a day and I start a new day and I come back into the entrance hall, this room is always there. So once you make the foundation, and arguably there's some strategy about maybe where you want to put foundation if you get it or not, because once you set it, you can't get rid of it. At least I haven't found a way to get rid of it, so it stays at that position. It's definitely advantageous though, because over here, just to show this door, once you figure out unopen it or open it, unlock it, and you have the key card like what I do, you can call down the elevator, and this elevator is in the foundation room, which is interesting because no matter where you are in relative location to where this is, it will always go up to that foundation room. So that's made me wonder if you can actually put it somewhere else, but I think you can. I think you do have the ability to put that somewhere else. But again, once you make it, it stays there as far as I know. All right. So let's come back over here. And this is all water log, but you can figure out a way to drain all the water from this. I just did that in the last stream. I knew you could, but I was finally able to do it in the last stream. Oh, I understand. Okay. Okay, I understand. So it is, you can restart at the foundation room after resting. No, I'm sorry. You always start at the beginning. You always start at entrance hall. But every day I have foundation at that same position. But you always start in entrance hall. What is the purpose of the foundation room? Well, it gives you the ability to come down here. There is an elevator in there. Though you have to figure out how to engage the elevator. That's a little bit of a secret that I'll let you figure out. But that's what lets you come down here, and then that opens up a whole bunch of other things that you didn't even know existed. So that's the advantage. All right, we're just going to open these one at a time. Okay, this is a blue. So messages. I'm going to rewrite all these. And I could just take a screenshot of this, but some of the screenshots would actually get it'd be kind of cumbersome. There's something about writing this down that actually helps. Okay, so this message is what? Well, that's great. The green memos. Jeez, this is going to get nuts in a hurry. In boxes nearby. In boxes near this box. Are both lies. This is a blue note in a blue box. And colors matter too, which is a little, if you're colorblind, I think it could be a little, I'm also wondering if the symbols on the top of the boxes, writing is greater. Yeah, it is. Some of the things I've taken screenshots on are just like, you can get books, and I don't want to write down every single thing in the book. That would take way too long. So there are some things I've taken the screenshot on. There's a gallery room that has 4 pictures, and you have to figure out what the name of the painting is. Those I've also taken screenshots of. But stuff like this and other things, I do agree. I think it's like this is on a sun. So that's a green note. That's a green note. So now I would have to draw this all out and like figure out which boxes are what. So let's leave that open so I know. All right, we'll use that. Is this like pink or red? A black box contains allowance tokens, but it's a red note. And as we've learned, red notes are lies unless they are handwritten. A black box contains allowance tokens. I should just call these like messages, not just treasure trove, because treasure trove has one of them in it, but you see them like in the security room. There's other places where they show up, like in the conference room. So this is a red note, red box. It's more immersive somehow to write clues down than looking at screenshots. Yeah, it does. Again, I generally agree with you. I'd rather write stuff down or even sketch it out if I can. I'm not a great artist. My wife is. She draws really, really well. But for some things like the books, I literally just took screenshots of all the books because I just wanted to, of all the writing in there, because some of them, because I just didn't want to like have to, if I wanted to come back and go, wait, did I see that in a book? I can go back and look at those. So actually what I should have done is did this in Word. And then if I needed to draw something out, maybe I could like use Paint or something and stick that in Word and have a doc that way. I don't know. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by this. But again, red notes, unless they are handwritten, are lies. That's why I want to open all these while I have keys, and then I will sketch this whole pond area out and then like give them all like numbers and then say which statements from which boxes with which symbols on them before I flood this again and try to do something else. Containing allowance tokens. Is marked by yeah, it's kind of the half moon. This is a red note on a red box, in a red box. And yes, I should write down what the symbol is on top of the box, but you know. Oh no, this is a black box. Whoops, 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 whoops. I know there's like I think there's a finite things. I mean, obviously you can't do infinite things in this game, but I think there is like a finite set of things you can do, but I've heard some of them are really wild. So only one blue box in the water contains a memo with a true statement. Okay. In the water. Contains a memo. With a true statement. This is a blue note. And I think it was a white box, wasn't it? Yeah. All right. So we have run out of keys, so we can't do any more. But we will come back here later. In Avenger Doomsday. All right, so now we're going to go up the elevator and see if we can make any more exploration because we do have a key card. We do have the master key. So it would be nice to get a little bit more money, but I'm sorry, a little bit more food, but hopefully we run into like a kitchen or something like that. All right, so here we are in Foundation. And we have the shovel, so we can dig. Maybe get a couple things. Turnip, nice. 6 extra steps, I will take that. What was our experiment? A shop room. Okay, we need a shop room. Ooh, a vault. Can't do it though because we don't have the gems. What was it that showed? Yeah, what is? Oh, that's just the lighting on the side there. Okay. Well, dining room is fine. We'll take a dining room. Get our lunchbox, which gives us 10 extra steps. Nice, nice. I mean, we could turn on the garage, but that, even though we have keys, you can't start the car and go because you're a 14-year-old kid. Apparently, you can't drive a car. Something's telling me though to do it. Yeah, that's fine. It's not a shop room, though. Still want the key system on because we have the card. Let's turn off the gymnasium. Turn off the dark room and turn on the garage. Okay. That way we can make dark room and still see what's in there, I think. Or no, that... That would actually... You need the protection from darkroom, I think. And yes, if you do the thing there, you can open up this wall, and that's how you get access to the gems. Hold on. All right. Wait, did that go through? I thought I just typed that. Okay, all right. So we can go up this way. Let's try the lockpick. Can't do it, so we have master key. Let's do dark room. I could have done veranda. Yeah, see if I turn the power out, then you can't see anything in here anyway, so what good is that? And see, now I can't see. I'm going to do this. Ooh. That is a shop. So we get an successful experiment. Oh, come on. A library. It is what it is. Okay, hold on. Got to get my order. And my wife, as she comes home from work, she'll stop and get food. All right, let's go this way. We do get the magnifying glass, which can be a little helpful. I don't think there's really anything to read here, though. Number 125, that's got to mean something. We've read all the books. Again, let's check on our progress on the dartboard. $32. We need 8 more. Is there anything else in here that I might want to zoom in on? Nope. There might be over here. I wish I had, because I could look at the date from this thing, but that's all right. I've made 5 things. There's 3 more things I can make. Yep, we got the plushie, but I haven't been able to get master bedroom. Yes, I want that. I don't avoid it. I would love to get it. Why is... Wait. Was that always there and I never noticed? Highest grade 6, yes. I am a 6th grader. All right, we can go this way. Ooh, observatory. But a gift shop gives me another dirt pile out in the yard, I think. No, honestly, I don't really need it. So we're going to do observatory. Get 3 extra steps. All right. I also don't know why you can spin this other than you can spin it, but there's always something like, why can I do this? Okay, this should get us the food then. Laboratory. How many rooms have we made that are gear rooms? 1. Just 1. Let's do bedroom. That's the little ding for my food. Oh, lockpick works. All right. Well, I'd love to make the pool, but I can't because I don't have any gems. Fine. We'll do reading nook. I need to get a way to increase how many gems I get. That would be really nice. Like out of the gate. Oh, I didn't. Shit, that was not what I meant to do. I can't do whatever. Definitely get. Yeah, you should. It's a lot of fun. Just keep in mind that if you really want to play through, even after you do the initial. Fine, I get a gem here. Even if you do the initial room 46, because that is the goal of the game. There's so much more after this. I mean, the longest playthrough streams. The longest playthrough I did was Silksong, and that was like 66 streams, and even then I quit because I realized even though I went to Act 3, there was like no way I was ever going to finish it. I tried. I got 2 hearts, but I knew I would not be able to get a 3rd heart, and then I wouldn't be able to beat the final boss. So I got close, but I'm like, nope, I'm good. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. Probably a while. I'm going to still play this, but it is definitely a long game. There is an investment of time. So well, I mean, sure, hallway would be nice because I get a key. So feels like a mix between Myst and The Witness. Sort of. The music has that feeling, and of course the first time I got here I'm like, oh, you gotta figure out how to open the doors. The music has that feeling. I really love The Witness. I still think that's probably one of the best puzzle games ever made so far that I've played, just because there was a very like meta sense to the game. And you don't pick it up, I think, at first until you play it a while. And then you're like, wait a minute. And then you try something, you're like, oh, that works. And yeah, I really like The Witness. The Myst is just a classic. It is like, defines or does something different with puzzle games that wasn't done before. It also was, at the time, one of the first to use CD-ROM. And I'm glad they finally remastered it like a couple years ago, because that lets you walk around in the world. That's a much better experience. But yeah, when I played it the first time, I was blown away. And then I played Riven, same feeling, like, oh my God, this is just unbelievable. Yep. Love The Witness, so I agree. Yeah. It'll be interesting because Jonathan Blow, who I have very mixed feelings about as a software developer, very, very smart guy, also can drive me nuts when I would have watched his streams. But he has a new game coming out, Order of the Sinking Star, and that looks interesting. But I've heard it's going to be massive. Like, I don't even, like, would I even try to stream that? Because it's going to be, like, I've heard there's just going to be so many, like, levels and puzzles and things to do in that game, which again is like, cool, that sounds really interesting. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but can you realistically get through it? I don't know. Well, here, okay, I could launder my coins for gems, I think. I don't have a way to power this up, and I never have, and I don't know what that one would do. I need to figure that one out. Okay, so that would cost me 5. Exchange all of your gems, all of your keys. I don't want that. I don't want to swap any of that. This would give me... Whoa, actually, hold on. This would give me 19 keys. I am actually going to do this. Seems like ridiculous, but then I'll be able to read everything downstairs. And I got 19 keys. I think that's a good plan. I have extremely mixed feelings of him as well. Seems like a smart guy, but he has a lot of stupid opinions, especially about politics. Yeah, I started watching, like, I don't know when exactly. I think I started hearing about him around 2013 or 2014. That's when I also heard about The Witness. And he was starting to stream, you know, in the sense of he was starting to show the programming language, which he won't say the name of it. Jai, or however you say it. Like, it's J-A-I, but he won't say the name, or at least he didn't for many, many years. And how he was frustrated with C++ and other things, and he wanted to build a language that he felt was, you know, going to be much better for many reasons. I'm like, okay. And I thought, well, I'll watch this, you know. And the more I watched him, the more I would get frustrated watching him. There was one stream he did where he got really upset over a keyboard, because the keyboard admittedly had this thing of, if you want to use a keyboard, like, you had to sign in with an account to, like, unlock features on it or something like that, which, yes, that's admittedly stupid. But he takes his keyboard and he literally breaks it on stream and and wrecks it. And I'm thinking, you could have given that away to free for somebody if you really didn't want it. You know, I felt that was very childish. So yeah, I don't really have a great opinion about him. As a game developer, as a software developer, I think he's, yeah, I respect that. But listening to him rant is pretty annoying. Okay. Well, I could take a storeroom. I could take a laboratory, which would let me continue. I'm going to run out of gems, but I want to keep my keys and I want to keep my steps, because I want to be able to get down and unopen basically all those chests, which I think I'll be able to do. But let's move on. Let's just keep going. Sure, that's fine. You're dinging. Why are you ding? Ah, there's a coin. Okay, we could go here because we got a pantry. That lets us get one more thing. I'm kind of more interested about getting all the notes written down than I am continuing on. Although then why would I get... I think I have more than enough keys. I don't need to buy any more keys. Probably not. I don't have gems anyway for any of that stuff, so let's just do pantry. Gives us a couple of extra steps. And then we can see, maybe we get something interesting here. Oh, walk-in closet, which I can't do because I don't have... Well, I get more keys. I have one more redraw. Let's do it. Fine, laboratory. It's like that onion piece. The worst person you know has a good opinion. The worst person you know have a good opinion, but instead of opinion, it's knowledgeable. Yeah. That's something I've also tried to be very aware of in my life. Is just I do want to be the best I can at what I do. I do want to learn more. I do want to listen to what other people have to say. I have noticed, though, with software developers, some of them tend to be somewhat abrasive, somewhat hard to communicate with, not necessarily listening to other people's opinions. And I have really tried not to, I'm not saying I always succeed at that, but I try to. I try to be electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. No, that's not true because it's the office that you can read them. Okay, let's go down and let's read all the messages. And actually, what I'm going to do is, since I keep talking about using these notebooks that I have, I'm going to start writing down in these beautiful, beautiful graph paper, because then I can also tear these out and then, like, I don't have to keep them in this notebook. And I think this would be a much better way to log all these notes. So, okay, so let's kind of, first of all, draw this area out as best as I can. So we'll call these the, well, yeah, we can do that. Okay, so we have a pond in the middle. Ah! Snap. It kind of goes around like that. And then it goes down like here to that. Kind of goes over. Is this room for... Yes, this is. So I'm going to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've already opened 8. And then over here, there's a 9 way at the top. And then over here, there is, we'll say, 10, 11, 12. And then we have 13 and 14. And some of these I've already read, which is fine. Okay, and then let's kind of go back up here because I need to get a better view of that one. So yes, this room is persistent. Like you can. I mentioned that there was water in here, and I figured out how to pump it out. That stays the same between days, so that does not change. Like what you've pumped out of not just here, but different places in the game. So we're at 14, so we'll just name this one 15. This one's 16. Then we have 17. And that would be 18. So we have more. We got more than enough keys. Okay, if there's any more down there that I missed by what I'm seeing, that's fine. So I got that one, that one. There's also one. Oh, yeah. There are some back here. Well, okay, good. Well, at least we caught that. There isn't one back there. Okay, so that's kind of level with that. So we said 18. There's a 19. Then there's a 20. I would say that's 21. And that would be 22. Okay. It's a crude numbering, but I think that gets everything. Does it? I think it does. Well, no, I think we missed these. There's two back here that we missed. Yeah, so that's 22, and then there's kind of like 20, 23, and then there's 24. So I think there's 24 chests down here, if I got all these. My numbering might be off. This is important, though. I got to get this right because I just want to make sure I know what is where, because that also matters with directionality, if that makes sense. Now it's on top there. I must have seen. Which one did I see? Okay, how many are in the water? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8. Okay, and then there's 4 back here. And then these 2. Okay, and then this one. And that one. I think I overcounted, though. Yeah, I think... I don't think... We can say that's 17 over here. So there should be 6 along the wall. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yes, there are. And then there should be 4 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. And then we have the 8 there. And then we have the 5 over there. Okay, good. Okay, I got them all. Good, good, good. Let's at least write down like which one is which with what I've already done. So let's come back into my... Okay, so the sanctum key, that message is That would be 13. Okay. Green note, black box. Selected key is on the box that is buried. Green note, black box, fire. It's also something I want to put with the water messages is kind of a this is where my wife would be much better at this than I am, but gotta needs must, right? We'll say that's, I'm going to just call that fire. I really don't know what that actually means, but I'm just going to use that as a, okay. And then we have over here, no, wait, no. I screwed that up already. No, I didn't. It is 13. Now we want to do 14. Okay. Green memos are lies. So this would be 14. It's a green memo in a white box with fire. Green. Okay. So we got those two down. This one is 12. Box containing allowance tokens is marked by, and then we wrote that. Okay, so this would be 12. Red note, black box in a moon. Okay, so this is 12. That's a moon. I'm fixing a bug with releasing a new... Yeah, I figured that your name was definitely stray. I'm like, what is it that he did? It's like, oh yeah, Spectre Console. While watching your stream, I think your activity involves more Boolean logics. Far funny. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun that way. Okay, and then this one's 11. The green memo. So this one's 11. It's a blue note in a blue box with sun on it. Okay, so we'll get that symbol down. Yeah, it just looks like a sun. It's a circle with a sun in it. Yay. Little triangles, little triangles. And of course it has 8 because 8 has meaning in this game, right? 8 is everywhere. It's infinity too. This is sun. Okay. And then 10. What was 10? A black box contains allowance tokens. This was 10. Red note, red box on what? A moon. Hope I can read my notes later. That's why I wanted to put it on a much bigger piece of paper because I was having a really hard time figuring stuff out. Okay, so I've got those 5 mapped. And then I did one in here. This would be 8. I did 8. What was 8? Oh, wait, 1 blue box in the water. Okay, so this is... Wait, this is 8. Blue note, white box on a what? Sun. How's Spectre console going these days, by the way? Okay, and so that's all we've read. Now, now we've got the fun thing of doing all the rest of these. Okay, so we have a... So this one is 3. So I can put this down now. And I can say, let's do 3. Actually, I'll do this. Um, 4. 7. 8. Okay, I want to have like them ordered this way. So anyway, let's see, look at that. All the notes I'm drawing makes total sense. Okay, so 3 is let's open it up first. Are there any other symbols though? We could put the symbols down too. We have sun, we have fire, sun, moon, sun. Do we have any more to draw out? Fire, fire, sun, moon, moon, sun, sun, moon, fire, moon. Okay. All right, so the sanctum key is in a blue box. This is 3. Is in a blue box. This is a black box. No, let's... Okay. This is fire, black box, red note. This is fire, black box, red note. Okay. And I'm just going to draw a line between all these so I know a little bit easier. That's what I love about graph paper is that, I don't know, it's just easier for me to write and draw on. My wife hates mechanical pencils. I love them. She can't stand them. It's going well, I guess. Last time I checked, used by Microsoft, GitHub, AWS, Intel, and IBM. So if it was a Pokemon game, I guess I catch them all. It takes up a lot of time, though. Yeah. I'm curious. You don't have to give me like a monetary amount or anything, but have you received like any kind of compensation or sponsorship or anything for what you do? Or is it just because of the, you know, I guess why can't I even think of the word I'm trying to say? Is it because of just how well known it is and its usage and kind of that publicity that kind of leads into other things? I'm just curious. All right, so this would be 2. So 2. Oh, wow, that's cool. Okay, so 2 is this box contained 3 allowance tokens, and that's true. Three allowance. Tokens. True. All right, so I've got some sponsorship of Microsoft. The only thing NASA sent me was a form to fill out for the supply chain. Jeez. 2, nice. Another 2, nice. Nice. So now I'm getting like $36 or coins a day to start. That is nice. So it's sun, white box, blue note. Yeah, we know it's true. Okay. All right, cool. Let's keep that open because we just want to make sure we know which ones we've done. We did this one too. Okay. All right. This is 4. Only one box in the reservoir has a prize. We don't know if that's true right now. Reservoir has a prize. Okay. Is your brain breaking from this puzzle? Sort of. So this is moon, red box, moon, red box, green note. God damn it. Moon, red box. I'm mostly just writing this stuff down just so that I can analyze it later if I want to, which I'm probably going to need to. All right, this is 1. Green memos and blue boxes are true. So this is sun, blue, green note. Okay. All right. Next one. Yeah, because I knew I needed keys, and then when I realized I could use the laundromat to launder my keys, my money into keys, I was like, oh yeah, we're doing that. And then I'll just spend basically this whole stream doing this. Okay, so this is 5. 5 is fire and blue. With a red note. What does the red note say? All green memos found in boxes in the water are true. Oh boy. In boxes in the water. And then we'll do this one. That is 8. No, that is... Wait. Shit. Wait, did I... Fuck. I fucked it up. 4 is a moon red box that. How did I... Oh, wait a minute. That's 7. 8 is that... Okay. Sorry. I had to spend a little bit of time. This is 8. Okay. No, this is 7. This is 7. Because we have 4... kind of like on the out, and then we have these 4 as a diamond. Okay, so this is 7. Okay. 7 is moon. Blue box. And red note. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by that. Is marked by fire. Well, that's false. Which makes sense because it's a red note, and red notes are always lies unless they are handwritten. Because the box that had the tokens in it was marked by sun. And then 6. 6 is... Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I just realized I have 8 written down over here, right? Yes, okay, okay. All right, so 6 is sun. Red box. Blue note. The sanctum key is not in a box in the water. Okay. And we have 8. We just have to remember it's in my notes there. So now we could have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21. Can I fit it all in? I think I might have. Oh, I think I can. 23. And 24. Nice. Okay, we can fit them all on here. I think for the classrooms, which is another set of rooms that you can get, I think I've been taking pictures, screenshots of those for the tests and the clues that are there, because some of it was just like, I'm not writing that down. And so I'll put in my notes here to say, look at screenshots. Okay. You need to show your notes to the camera at some point. Well, this is what I got so far. That makes sense. And I'm not saying my handwriting. I can read my handwriting. Don't know if anybody else can read my handwriting, but I can read my handwriting. So, okay, how do we want to do this? How to do this? So we've got these two here. So this one would be 23. Okay, 23 is moon. Black box. Can't read my handwriting, so don't be mad. Red note. More than 2 boxes contain prizes. Okay. Oh.
I got a crispy chicken,
Yeah.
and you got a spicy chicken, and I don't know.
Oh.
I know that says other, but I don't know.
Why'd they give you 2?
I ordered a crispy chicken, and I ordered a spicy crispy chicken for you.
Oh, you wanted just the crispy? Oh. Mine doesn't have any pickles on it,
No,
right?
they're just mine.
Oh, well, that doesn't. I'm guessing this is yours.
Okay.
Because this one looks like it has a little bit more on the chicken.
Okay.
It's a guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any napkins? Thank you. I got my dinner. I'm talking, I'm streaming. So I do need to take a quick break and horf this down because I need the calories for self-defense tonight. So sorry, I do need to take a little bit of a break here. Did you? Oh, hold on. Did you get stuck? Huh? My cat got stuck in my office. So, and it's dinner time for the cats. So he was like, hey, let me out. I want to get fed. All right, so give me about 5 minutes. I'm not gonna like put the break screen on, but I do need to eat. Very unprofessional as a streamer. Be eating on camera. I know, no hurry, but I don't want to waste time. I was stream just eating. I had a friend in college who I had no hope of reading his notes. Other people I could kind of read their notes. His, no chance. Super smart guy. You want a refund? Well, I've got 8 coins up there. So that way over there. No gems though. You can take the coins. And he got his PhD in electrical engineering. He definitely a smart guy, but man, he just his writing was atrocious. So. Yes. That's why doctors, when they write out prescriptions, they actually don't write them out anymore, because you really just cannot mess up a prescription. So they're all like electronic. At least now they are where I live. I don't know, but yeah. Wait, was that 5 milligrams or 50 milligrams? That might make a difference. All right, getting near done with this, and I can get back to writing more notes. But once I get this section done, like writing everything down, then I don't have to keep it unflooded. I can kind of play with seeing if I can get it to that level that I think I need to get it at. Huh. Yeah. I am surprised they went as long with having prescriptions written out by hand. I mean, there had to have been so many mistakes made in the past. All right, one more bite and then we're back into it. And yes, I was right. I don't know if you could hear my wife when she came in, but she got a crispy chicken sandwich. I got the spicy crispy chicken sandwich, so she couldn't tell which one was which. I looked at this and I was like, well, the crispy chicken looks like the crispiness looks like was a little darker and it had a little bit more stuff on it. So I guessed, and I was right. All right. That is done, and I can get back to notes. Sorry for the angelic light behind me, but that's just what happens because my office faces towards the west. And actually, I moved my keyboard so I could write a little bit better. So in the afternoon, I just get this behind me. At least I don't think I'm Jesus. So, okay. Ooh, that was spicier than usual. It had a little bit of heat to it. This one is 18. So this is Fire White Box. And what is the note? It's a green note. But I said. Sanctum keys in a white box. Okay. This one is... There's only 23 boxes, not 24, so I put one too many there, but that's fine. This is 17. So 17 is Moon. Blue box. By the way, Patrick, I thought you lived in Europe somewhere. Do you, or do you live in the U.S.? I can't remember. Well, blue box, green note. And what is the note? The Sanctum key is in a black box. Well, two statements that contradict each other. Stockholm, Sweden. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was somewhere in Europe. I couldn't remember where, though. That was one place I'd love to visit. I'm part Swedish by heritage. So I don't know any Swedish. If there's one language I would want to learn, it's actually been Swedish. I just haven't sat down and said, let's start learning some Swedish. I would like to go there. My wife wants to go to Ireland. And I'm like, well, we could go to Ireland and then we could like go to Sweden or vice versa. And then like actually have like a nice, because next year is our 30-year anniversary. And I'm thinking maybe next year we do like a long European vacation. Family sleep. So yeah, that's the way to live. All right. This is 16. So this is Sun. Red box. And a blue note. Makes sense that you live in Minnesota. Well, actually, I grew up in Wisconsin. And I was also adopted. So even though I have a last name Bach, which is very German, I met biological family when I got older. So I think it's like a mix of Swedish, Polish, Russian, maybe, I think. So, but definitely on my mother's side, there's definitely a lot of Swedish on that side. So, oh yeah, if we do come to Sweden, it would probably be to Stockholm, is what I'm guessing. And yeah, I would definitely take you up on that. So, but it wouldn't be till probably next year in the summer. But I will keep that in mind. All right, so okay, read the thing. Green memos in white boxes are lies. Green memos in white boxes are lies. Maybe. Okay. So we've got those four done. Now what's this one? This one is 15, right? Yeah, 15. So 15 is Sun on Sun, red box, And what is the note? Blue. Let's take that off. Please take me up on that, but unless you get cold, visit in the summer. Well, it would be it would summer here, summer there, so that should be the same time. So yes, and Bach is definitely a very German name. So pink boxes? Are they pink? I thought they were red. Marked by sun. Always contain blue memos. Well, that sucks. These are pink? How can you tell the difference? Are these all pink? Or are they red? Are there any pink? I mean, I guess depending on your hue or how you view it, but these all look like red. I don't know, man. So when you rely upon color, things can get screwed up. No, definitely pink. You think these are pink, huh? It's interesting because I don't think any of the messages that I've read ever talk about red boxes. So maybe they are pink. I'll put a note here. Anyway, okay. So that was 15, correct? Yes, I think so. All right, now we do 19. 19 is a black box, moon with black box. With, ooh, look at that. A blue note. What is this? Let's look at the note first. This box contained a sanctum key. And it contained a key. A sanctum key. Well, this was true. God damn it. Stupid. Sanctum key is in a white box. That was false. It was in a sanctum key is in a black box. Yes, that was true. Sanctum key is not in a box in the water. That was also true because this is not in the water. Sanctum key is in a blue box. That was false. Okay. Unless they ever say anything about a red box, I will probably consider it to be pink. It was a little hard for me to tell the shade. So, okay, so that was 19. It doesn't say what a sanctum key is for, though. Okay, this one is 22. So 22 is what? We only got 4 more to go, I think. 22 is moon on blue box. With green note. The box containing allowance tokens is white. The box containing allowance tokens is white. And this is, was it? It was a white box. Yes, so that is also true. God. There's one bad thing about mechanical pencils is that I tend to crack them a lot when I'm writing. All right. 3 more? 3 more to go. Okay, this is 21. 21 is, I'm going to still say red. This is sun. But I did put a note down to say, are red boxes actually pink boxes? Now I'm looking at it and I'm going, it looks more pinkish. Blue note. And what does the blue note say? All boxes marked by sun contain memos that are true. Okay. Pink. Can't tell what that is. Looks like an Among Us character. I can't tell. This one is 20. So this is fire on white box. With a green note. A prize is in a box marked by fire. Was it? Well, not yet, because it was either a moon or a sun. So we don't know this just yet. And the last one. This is 9. This is fire on black box. It's a troll. Okay. Blue note. pink boxes do not contain any prizes. Okay. That is all of them. So the white box had allowance tokens and the black box had the sanctum key. So the pink boxes do not contain, that would be true. Okay, and then I've got the rest of the ones. Let me just make sure that I need 8 I've got journaled in my small notebook. I've got 10, 11, 12, and then 13, 14. Okay. So 14 is green, memos are lies, fire. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I got time. Let's get these down without reading those because I want to. Did any pink boxes contain a present? No, they didn't. The allowance tokens were in a white box and the sanctum key was in a black box. So, and those were the only prizes. A sanctum key was in a white box. And the allowance tokens were in a white box. So pink boxes did not have anything. Okay, so 8. Where's 8? 8 should be this one. Right? Yes. So this is sun on white, blue note. And what did this say? Only one blue box in the water. Contains a memo of a true statement. Okay. And then 10, 11, they're all over there. Okay. So. Yes. So this is 10. 10 has moon on red. With red note. A black box contains allowance tokens. I think that's wrong. Because it was a white box that did. Yeah, that's false. Okay. So this one is sun on blue, blue. And it is 11. And what does let's see. The green. Green memos and boxes. Near this box are both lies. Near this box. Are both lies. Don't know. Okay, so that was that one. This black one is 13. So their 13 is fire black green. That's a lie. The Sanctum key is not a box. It is buried. False. Okay, so we got those two. There should be only two left. Yep. Okay, this one is, what is that? Get your, I can just shut it, I guess. Okay, so that's moon black red. And this one is 12. Come on, read it. I have to look that up. The box containing allowance tokens. Is marked by moon. Is that true? Nope, it was a sun. Right? Yeah. So that's false. Okay, and then one more. What is the other one we need? 14 would be this one. So this is fire white green. Green memos are lies. Yeah, but if green memos are lies, you're a green memo, so then you're lying. So then it's the truth. But then it's that classic conundrum, isn't it? All right, we got all that written down. Some of these I've been able to determine which are true and false. Wait, 12. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by moon. Didn't I? Oh, I put that in the wrong one. We don't know if that's true or false just yet. But we do know that is false because it was not marked by a moon. It was marked by a sun. Okay. Pink boxes marked by sun always contain blue memos. Is that true? I don't know. I guess I could look up all these right now. Okay. A prize is in a box marked by fire. So, allowance, that was sun, and then the sanctum key. So I'm going to put an X by 19, and because these are the ones that had prizes. Easier to find. Prizes in a box, no, because the sanctum key was in moon and allowance keys were in sun, so that's false. All boxes marked by sun container contain memos are true. More than 2 boxes contain prizes. That's false. Okay. We don't, well, I could figure out. There's like 4, 5, 6. Only one box in the reservoir has a prize. If they mean the water area, or if they mean the whole area, yeah, I'm gonna wait on that one. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bet if I sat 9, I bet if I sat down and like read them all, but I'd well, is the puzzle complete? Not really. I mean, I don't really know, because in the game there's also a room that you can map that's called Treasure Trove, and that has containers like this in it that will also have statements, which I wasn't writing down as well as I should. I'm gonna have to go back through all my streams and figure out when I started doing Treasure Trove, what was the symbol, what was the color of the box, and what was the note on it. There's also in security, there are red and blue notes. And then in the commissary, there's red and blue notes on the wall. And the conference room, there is a blue note, I think, but then there's also a red note with a, well, there's a red note with the safe combination, but that was a lie. That doesn't work. So they're all over. They're not just here. So, but I wanted to write these down just so that I don't have to come back here now and go, okay, write these down. Now I have a conundrum. I don't know what the sanctum is. I don't know what the sanctum is. How do we get over there? Once you put this up, how do you get it down? I guess you can make it here and here and then turn it so it goes there and then put it down. Because I don't know what the sanctum is. This is the whole, well, if this is saying this is reservoir, because it's marking the area as reservoir. Let me run back down here again real quick. And I think once I do all my exploring here, I'm going to be done for this stream because I don't want to start another day. This is all reservoir. It doesn't change the name. So there was one box in here and said, yeah, more than 2 boxes. There was something about this that said there's only 1. Only 1 box in the reservoir has a prize. That's false. There's 2. When I bought these mechanical pencils, I was hoping they'd be a little bit thicker. They're nice, but their circumference isn't, like, it feels a little bit too small for me. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but you know, beggars, choosers, all that other stuff. The thing is, I don't know what the sanctum is. I might check that in because you can only co-check one thing. I might actually check that until I know what the sanctum is. I lose the master key until I might get it back. But to me, it's almost more important to, let's turn this around so I can actually get to it. Actually, I wouldn't need to move this. I can... go over here, do this over here, through here, go over here, do this. All right, turn it. Kind of sucks that you can't turn it the other way. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe I do know what the sanctum is. Maybe I don't. Actually, hold on. I want to... So let's go back over here. You'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, eventually, I hope to figure a lot of this out. But I want to see if... Got time, Jason. Don't worry. You got time. You got plenty of time. Got plenty of steps. This is the underpass. It's not that. That would not be the sanctum, would it? What do they call this? I've never really looked at the thing on the lower right. It's, I don't think they call this the sanctum. I don't know what the sanctum is. What is sanctum? What is all the sanctums? Heater, just got here. Were you able reservoir chest? Yes, I did. I got laundry room and I had enough coins, so I was able to flip them all over to keys, and then I was able to open that all up. So I've now written down all my notes, figuring out what's true and false. Don't quite know yet what it exactly all means, but I did get it all done. So I can flood the area again, and I don't care. Inner sanctum. Oh, this is a sanctum key. Oh, sanctum key, sanctum key. Okay, we got 2 people in chat. I've done this one, although I didn't finish all the puzzles in there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What should I pick? I figured this was the sanctum. That's why I went here. Do I have any notes in the sanctum here? I think I'm going to make more notes on inner sanctum, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lever, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, what do these all mean? Have you been taking many notes? I have, but I've been putting them in this little shitty notebook thing, and I bought some graph paper, and now I'm going to start transferring notes to this because it's just so much easier to write. And I can rip these out, and then I don't have to have them like ordered either. I can just decide to like make more pages on whatever I want. All right. But I need somebody to tell me a number here. 1 to 8, not 2, because I've already done door 2. Which one should I pick? Well, I'm waiting just to show This is what opens, this is one of the switches that opens the door in the antechamber, and this is what actually goes to room 46 as a moon. Which is it, which I should write down my other notes here that I'm going to eventually transfer over. Five. Good as any. Yes. Okay, so we did do 2. And 2 was Fen Ares. That's a land area in this fictional world. So, and it had the little mountains. I think when I watch a stream tomorrow night from somebody else, I'm going to transfer all my notes while I'm just watching their stream. So then I have them all here. Except the ones I've taken screenshots of because they're way too... You know, those, like the books and stuff, I'm not gonna write those all up by hand. No way, no how. That's a path of pain. Okay. What is 5? Now we're getting a little stuttering, although I know I've got balance set on my computer. Okay. 5. Oh, wait, and this has got to be... Hold on. The key we just got is the... we use key 1 on this. On door number 2. Door number 5, I think we use key 4, because there's those 8 notes, or those 8 clues in room 46 that tell you where the keys are, and 5 says, oh no, 4 says down below, beneath, the 4th is down below, beneath all the docks, and that's where we found it, so that's key 4. What is that again? I don't remember. What is that symbol? Have I figured out what that symbol means? Kororika. Okay, so we need... And we know it's the V in the center. Patrick, have you ever played the Talos Principle? Just off the top of my head. We don't see anything there just yet. But I don't know... I don't think I know anything about... I don't think I know anything about Korrika and like what it's no, I heard good things about it. Yeah, I would highly recommend playing the first and the second. Highly recommend it. They're really good. I streamed I've done both. I've streamed the first one again, and I'm going to do the second one at some point in the future. Yeah, I don't think I've written anything down about Korrika. So, actually, now I need my keyboard. Because I want to switch to this and just look through my... I want to see if I wrote anything down or taken a picture of anything that has that in it. A new clue. You know, yeah, I did take pictures of the unedited book. I did do that. Okay, back. And then there's this. So it's, yeah, that. It doesn't really tell me, though, what... Look, 46. It's a clue. 46 right here. 46. Okay, nothing's... I only took a picture of this one? I thought I did more than that. Of the office. Maybe I didn't and I just ended up reading it. That's probably what I did. Okay. I don't think I took anything or have anything that has something for Korrika. But I know I ran into Fen Ares somewhere, and then I was like, and then I drew it down, and then I came down here to solve it. But I don't know what... sorry, I gotta switch back over to this. Blueprints. Okay. But I don't remember ever seeing what that world is like. Okay. Well, we've learned some things. And learning is half the battle. I don't have... I don't have a pump room, so I couldn't even play with the pump even if I wanted to. But I can now do that. I got to put the master key back. The sanctum key was for the... Yeah. So let's go back. Where is the coat check? Coat check goes in the outside. Okay. We'll do that. We'll put that back in. So we got more allowance. We got another sanctum key. Yeah, it must be really nighttime. I wonder if you stay past a day, if it like says, oh, you're on a new day, and it just automatically stops you. Oh, I got these two. I may as well just do this. Why not? Yay, coins. Can't do anything with them. Actually, I can. Well, I could throw one in as a... Oh, I remember when I made a wish, and I was like, why do I keep making wishes? What's the point of making wishes? And then you see the money in there. Okay, so we could go up to code check. And check the key. Okay. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. The only thing I guess I could do is go outside the garage, but we know that doesn't really do much of anything. Because I think I should have, yep. God, I wish there was a way to start up the car or something. I mean, I know the notes are here, but I want to start the car up. Come on, I know I'm only 14, but just let me. Just let me drive, man. Okay. Anything else to do? Dining room, we ate. Dark room, laundry room, observatory, reading nook, hallway. Nope. Not really. I don't think there's anything I can do here. But we increased our allowance. We got all the notes. So I can say that probably was very helpful. Do you actually see any of the constellations around here? Oh, it is turning. Is it? No, it's not. Is it? The clouds are moving. Is there a secret message in the stars? Wait. I'm wondering if you ever go into the observatory when it's nighttime, what happens? We need to go through foundation. Okay, quick. I got to do this real quick, and then I'm going to stop. Damn it. Not that it means anything, not that you do anything, but I got the steps. I got a little bit of time before I have to stop. So let's just do that. Is there anything that you can see in observatory when it becomes nighttime? Because I don't think I've ever tried to do that. It's worth a shot. Nothing happens, no big deal. No loss. Okay, so we can go up that way, up to library, and then over to observatory. All ideas are good ideas, yes. No, that just shows that. And I don't think you can adjust this anymore with height, right? Nope, that's it. And this actually just turns it, which we don't want because then we couldn't see anything. What are you doing? Stop it. Huh. How much can I turn it? I don't remember. One second, Eater. 1 sec. Yeah, it just rotates all the way around. And we're back to where we need to be. Okay, so rooms that I've done or not done. Don't have room 8 yet. Don't know what room 8 is. We have all those. All those. I don't have, well, I do have room 46. I don't know why it doesn't show like what it actually is there, but I do have it. Named only by number. It's not rumored. I know what it is. Bedrooms, I'm missing. I've seen master. I just have never drafted it. So I don't have that one just yet. Have all the hallways. I don't have one green room. I don't know why. I don't have one shop. I don't know why. I don't remember if I've ever seen it. Whoops. I got all the red rooms. I have 2 studio additions. Found 3 floor plans. And I have all the outer rooms that I know of. Don't know if that helps or not, but that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere else I can go with this run. And that's fine, because I'm pretty much out of time. Heater, was there something you were looking for? Like anything interesting in what I had done or not done, to be more specific? If not, no big deal. I'm going to stop here. I have to get off to self-defense. So, still a lot to do. Now I can try to fill that reservoir. Maybe what I won't spoil it. Good on you. See if I can get the reservoir up to that height, because there was one note that I made once. It's that thing you see in the window. I know I sketched it out. Yeah, dock level, full drain, and then between 6, 7 is the entry level. So we got to get that to 6 or 7. Between 6 and get it right at top of 6, bottom of 7. 4 plans we have. Okay, so that's one goal. I still don't know how to do the chess puzzle. I don't know how to blow up the dynamite. I don't have room 8 that I got to put on rank 8. I don't know how to do that or what that is. We obviously have 6 more sanctums to open, and we got to figure out what all the symbology is. And I didn't do one of the Jai puzzle. I didn't do the Jai puzzle in 2. We got to do classrooms. We got to get all the way to 8, and then do the test, and that would be fun. And see what happens there. You have to fill up all the dartboard rooms to get that trophy. So we have to also do shrine, and hopefully get a hammer so I can break open the forbidden box that I'm not supposed to do and see what that does. So yeah, there's a lot of things left to do, and I don't know how to do at least half of those, if not all of them. So still a lot to do. So upcoming schedule, Saturday afternoon, I'll probably do blueprints, and then Sunday morning, going to do another coding stream, and Sunday afternoon and or evening, more blueprints. Next Friday and Saturday and maybe Sunday is going to be another Alien Isolation run, because 4/26 is Alien Day, and so I'm going to take Friday off and just do a lot of Alien Isolation streaming. I love that game. It's one of my favorite, and it'll be a nice break of pace from this, and try not to get my face torn off by a xenomorph. So that's going to be coming up. Really looking forward to that. So that's the upcoming schedule. Again, thanks everybody for stopping by either now or in the future. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What am I coding? Basically any of my open source projects. What I've been working on recently is our two, one's an interpreter, one's a compiler for esoteric programming languages. So I've been basically getting them up to .NET 10 and doing a whole bunch of cleanup, and then I want to actually get them with a couple of extra features if possible. So that's what I've been working on recently, but that's basically what I work on. I just pick a topic or pick something that I need to fix or add a feature on or whatever, and then I just stream, and I have fun doing that. So with that, I am going to end the stream. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you in the future.